Well guys, Into the Radius 2 is officially released now, and as someone who had early access, let me tell you what you need to know about the game so far. So, let's just get into it. Okay, excuse my save, I was already out here in the wilderness and it's dark outside. 2 a.m. to be exact. When was the tide? I will say, one thing I've noticed about this game so far already is the tide comes in way too often. I mean, it's every 2 days. Now, it's up to you to decipher whether that's a good or a bad thing. So here I am. That's right. I was at the top of the map of the forest for this mission, mainly because I'm in an infinite loop. Every time I leave this and go north, I crash. So, I was stuck. We'll get back though. That's another thing. There's quite a few bugs in this game. So like in order to get my shotgun here, which I don't think I can with how far it's sticking out. If I leave my backpack here, it's gonna go on my back before I can grab it. Yep. So that's kind of a mess already. Besides that, you still have this PM for most of the game. It takes a long time to get level 2 security clearance to even get a better handgun. So I will say right now, whenever you're in this safe house on the north end of the map, once you get here, if you walk that way, you're gonna crash. So whenever you go back through here, you gotta cut around this side. I don't know why it crashes you yet. They'll figure it out though. Hey, even though throughout this video I will mention several bugs, I will say now, the bugs, while there are many of them, it's not going to stop me from playing the game. Because sometimes the bugs is the fun of the game, right? Now, I haven't encountered a whole lot of enemies yet. Like, there's not really... It's mostly just the spiders and then different types of mimics. I haven't seen any types of sliders yet. There's these different anomalies that go around. You have the electric ball, you have these chairs, and you have the normal orbs that fling you. But for the most part, that's just normal stuff. I don't know if that's going to break my game or not. But yeah, you can splash the water with your gun. Especially if it's glitched out like that. But let's focus on the more important thing here. There's splash physics. Kind of cool. Oh, I've officially weighted my bag down to the point where I can't walk. Goodbye, flashlights. Goodbye, random items. Stay away from me, electric thing. Now, you're going to find these little beehive things here. These give you supply credits, which is stuff that you use to purchase items in the game. But yeah, these things give off their own little sound, which if you can hear it, it's that static, which is very indistinguishable. And we call them beehives because they look like beehives, honestly. But yeah, you pick them up, they give you credits. That's all there really is to those. These are the anomalies in the game, by the way. Instead of using your scanner to scan them, they will point you in the right direction, but for the most part, you just pull up on them and shoot them. If you know what they look like, you don't need the scanner in this game, so if you ever forget it, it's no big deal. And I'm overweight again. Oh yeah, and of course, there's also jumping in this game. I will say too, the people who hoard stuff like these instead of just selling them, you're gonna have an easier time in the game. I won't say why, because it would kind of spoil it, but you're gonna have an easier time if you hoard stuff like this. My biggest tip for players also is to just save whenever you think about it here and there. Anytime you've made some sort of progress where you think, dang, I don't want to lose this, save. Because you will find random crashes within the game, and it will just revert you back to the latest autosave or the last time you saved. Something new too, the blood water in this game, it talks to you. You'll hear whispers coming out of it as you walk near it. So these are the main enemy types in this game so far. It's mostly these mimics. They will shoot the hell out of you. I will say too, it takes kind of a lot to kill them. I'm not gonna do this long range fight. The mimics in this game are a lot more deadly. It's like they're all sharpshooters. They will fight you at a very long range. Just don't let them lay eyes on you. And what's cool about them too is they will shoot at your last known location also. Oh, he has an AR. This would be a perfect time to have my my shotgun. I usually carry slugs for this, and right now I'm not carrying much, that's for sure. So, we're gonna play the book it game. See ya. But yes, there's mimics with ARs, there's mimics with shotguns, there's mimics like the original police. They actually have bodies in this game instead of being shadow entities. I haven't found anything in this game yet that counts as like an energy drink. Your character will run out of breath very often. But for the most part, I've only found those mimics, the 3 different types of mimics with guns. They have a sniper mimic as well. And then they have the spiders in this game. That's all I've found so far. Now, they did release the notes today. It mentioned that there's 2 big areas. So I don't know if it's just this area and the other one. This beeping is going to get on my nerves. Like, yes, I saw it before you started beeping. Thank you. But yeah, so far the only snack in this game as well is crackers. I don't know what they do. You can do your info tab here. It just tells you a capacity. I think for the most part you could sell them, but I just eat them all. I will say now too, the graphics on this game are very excellent, especially when you look up to the radius in the sky. It's just so, it's got some really gorgeous graphics. But I hope you really like this map specifically, because you're going to spend a lot of time here. Trust me, you'll find out. Now, one thing I have noticed while playing with Mr. Nix as well, my character tends to run out of breath faster than his. It's because I jump while whenever I'm running. If you just sprint and without jumping, you do last a little longer. But if you constantly jump around like I do, look. Jumping causes a big chunk of that to come out. So if you can, don't be a jumper. Because that was just max stamina depleting right there already. Now this game also, what's different is, it's not like the other ones. In the other one you had a rope you would find to go back to your next area. In this game you come across the Wanderer here. And whenever you find him, you can have access to these maps. Now I will say, I'm going to be honest, I don't think these maps are out yet. Yeah, it even says now, okay, it says this area will be added in one of the future game updates. So for now, you only have access to these 3 areas, and I guess the center of the radius, you'll just come across it eventually whenever they add this stuff. So sadly, these are the only 3 maps you have in this game right now. Personally, I think they should have added a lot more before releasing it, because right now, you're just playing an unfinished game. Which you need to know that. Before you're going to buy this game, you have to know it's not finished, you can't beat it. There's nothing you can do besides do an infinite grind in the forest and the peninsula. Which these are pretty big maps. Oh, it's getting dark. For instance, this map here, I started out up here by this shelter, and I just ran all the way back here, and it took me... It's been 15 minutes. I could check that by my recording. I'm going to edit most of it out in this video, of course. But it took me 15 minutes to go from up here to down here, and I literally just straight sprinted here. I didn't stop and loot on the way. So it takes an average 15-20 minutes to get from one side of the map to the other, which I think that's worthy to note. And also, that graphic is amazing. I love seeing that every time it pops up. Now that we're back to base, this is your new home area. It's way different from the other one, obviously. There's mines out here, so if you walk on them, I assume you die. Haven't tested that yet. You know what? At the end of the video, I will. So when you walk into here, you have your store on the right, you have your missions on the left. Over here to turn in missions, you just point at the screen, hit missions. You can collect several different ones. In this game, you're not limited to 5. On my multiplayer save with Mr. Nix, I think we have like 8 collected right now. But I just want, it's good to note that you're not limited to just 5 missions in this game, because you're going to have to do a lot of them. Unlocking these top priority missions, you have to do like 8 side quests in some of these just to get the top priority missions. So that's a bit of a bummer. It drags the hell out of the game. But it's still fun to do. You can't beat it. So what else are you going to do, you know? Now the store here is completely different. Whenever you walk in, you might recognize these machines. You can put items in here to sell them. It's slightly different. However, the store, you can actually... I got a friend request. Anyways, on the store, you can actually walk in here and interact with items as long as you have... Let me turn that off. Oh, I can't turn it off in here. Okay, as long as you have the proper security level, you can actually grab the items and stuff. You can't grab them now because originally in open beta you could grab them and just walk out the store with them. But they made it so you can't now. So once you get security level 3, you can access all the major ARs. Until then, you have to get security level 2 to get this little AK here. Now I will say we found a hidden SKS on the map already. Not the cool one, the basic one. So that's been very helpful on the multiplayer save. I'll drop another video about hidden weapons and stuff once I figure more out. But if you want a hint now, whenever you reach the forest, you'll find train cars floating in the air with a bunch of enemies on them. Go to the northwest of that and search the area with the anomalies. You'll know what I'm talking about when you get there. But other than that, these are the only guns available. You have a Groza, VSSs, these 3 AKs, those 2 SKSs. If you come over here, you have 5 total handguns you can get. Then you have the PP gun and then the other PP gun. So the PP91 and PP Bison is the other guns you can get. I will say now, as last we checked, the Glock is glitched. It doesn't have recoil. It has infinite ammo. It doesn't actually shoot. And whenever you're in a fight, it will float away from you. I don't know why. Get the M9 instead for now. You have 4 shotguns in the game, which... I mean, these 3 are pretty basic. They're all break actions. You don't need anything more than this small one, honestly. There's no point in getting this one other than the fact that you can put a light on it, but that's kind of dumb. It's a shotgun. Other than that, these are your attachments as well. You have a sniper scope, you have a red dot, flashlight, laser, and then you have the rails attachments. Now, you also have chest rigs in this game, so you have your left-handed, you have your right-handed, and then you have 2 different sizes of backpacks. I've already dropped a video about what's available in the store, so that's all I'm going to cover in here besides this. The only difference between the last game and this game, you still have your lights. You also have your pocket flashlight, which you saw me rip off my body earlier. I should grab that. This one is just made to sit on your chest pocket so that you don't have to do... It's like the new headlamp. Other than that, the heals in this game, you have different tiers. You have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. It's a 33% heal, 66% heal, and 100% heal. That's basically all that is. Now that I can turn that off. Now when you're at your base, we have already found a couple of secrets. For instance... If you jump up here, because there's jumping in this game, you'll get your first box of tracer ammo right here. Now, it's for an AK, and it's only got 10 bullets in it, but, you know, it's free. The organization is about the same in this game, of course. I mean, you know, it's up to you how you organize. They didn't, however, add cleaning to the game yet. They do have a place now where you can mount your backpacks. They've added wall mounting. They don't have the glitch anymore. You can no longer glitch your guns to float in midair. Things don't do that in this game. I wonder if by putting that on a wall mount, if I can go get my shotgun. You know what? I bet that works. Hold on. You know what am I doing? That's way easier. Okay, we got the shotgun back. That's all that matters, honestly. Jesus Christ, you're a mess to handle, backpack, you know that? I'll figure out more about that later. Back to the game. And in this game, you have your different chest rigs, so you can equip them however you want. You can put them on these different mannequins. I think, yeah, I got my other one back there. You start out with this one. It's just a simple pistol mag, 2 mag pouches. So you can put a handgun, 2 mags, in your pocket. The one I'm using now has 3 mags and an over-the-shoulder holster. The one I use in multiplayer has a holster here and a holster here, but it does take away your strap pocket. Other than that, this game is pretty basic, so there's not a bunch of collectibles like there was in the last game. There's these fancy little anomaly things, but you're not going to find like different types. There's no grenades in the game yet. There's no melee added to the game yet. But because it's not added doesn't mean it's not coming. So it will be added in the future. For now, this is basically what you get. You have to know that this is an unfinished game, and I mean, yeah, that's just how it is. The game's unfinished. It's early access. There's very limited things you can do right now. You're just going to have to roll with it. I thought I'd release this just to kind of give you some info on the game before you buy it. But at least you can invite your friends. Well, friend. It was supposed to be 4 players, but it is limited to 2 right now, as we know. Should change later. Multiplayer is extremely buggy. I have other videos up if you want to watch a multiplayer journey. But at least you can play some checkers. Anyways, that's about all I had. So, before I go blow myself up, I wanted to save. Let's go see if the mines actually work, shall we? Let me out here. They work. So for now, I hope this video helped you out. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your nights and have fun out there in the radius.
I get the shivers whenever I'm thinking about you.